Anyone can become great at selling. My mother used to run a factory, a clothing line, many years ago in the 90s. All of a sudden, she stopped that business and she moved into sales full time, selling real estate to be exact. And she's become a top salesperson in her industry today. The point is, it doesn't matter your background, it doesn't matter where you're starting from, you can learn how to sell and become a top salesperson in your industry. I had an interview with her once and I asked her, tell me one thing that has stood out for you that you think has helped you rise very fast and close sales at a fast rate in this industry. And I'm going to tell you what she told me. My name is Yoro Gwigwe. I've trained over 24,000 salespeople across 5 countries, Nigeria, Ghana, USA, UAE, Rwanda. I'm an author of several books and resources on sales. I've been featured on lots of media platforms to talk about successful selling. I worked at an organization where I was given a target to sell to 20 high net worth individuals. I was able to bring in 21 high net worth individuals to the organization in a single month. I also participated in a sales competition where I won, and I was sent for the World Cup for an all-expense paid trip. I moved to another organization where I was given a portfolio, and I was able to double that portfolio to over 100% in just about 11 months. I'm the CEO for Ultravantage, our specialties in sales force management. I'm training clients pretty much across every industry, including about 30 real estate companies, 12 insurance companies, and many more. So in this video, let me tell you what she told me that gave her the advantage to be able to move from her previous industry and move into a totally different industry of core sales, raising a real estate team, raising an organization, leading a realtor group, and doing big things today. One key component, and it's the word rapport. Rapport. I remember in her study, she said to me, she says, one thing she has realized that has helped her or makes selling very easy is rapport. When rapport is there, it changes everything. And the beautiful thing is that you can build rapport with anybody, right? You can build rapport with anyone. That's the good news. You would have thought, oh, I will build rapport if it's possible. But no, you can build rapport with anyone. Now, you may not build rapport. We always recommend you build rapport at the beginning of the conversation. Why? Because when you build rapport at the beginning of the conversation, it's easier to move the clients up the sales process. The sales process starts with prospecting. You move to rapport building. From rapport building, because there is that know, like, and trust factor, you can now qualify easily. You can now be able to identify needs easily. You can be able to provide solutions, handle objections, and move to the close because of rapport. Now, if for any reason you can't build rapport at the beginning, thank God, there are still other opportunities in the sales process to build rapport. But the point is, you want to move prospects to clients to lifetime clients. In order for you to move someone to become a lifetime client, you must ensure that even if you missed rapport building at the beginning, you wouldn't miss it within the sales process or at least in the next meeting. So you don't want to miss it in any of these 3 I've mentioned. At the beginning of the conversation, after you've met the prospects, before the end of the sales process, or by the next engagement. Try and make sure you get rapport within that period. And one of the things to build rapport is making sure that the prospect is doing most of the talking. If the prospect is doing most of the talking, rapport will be possible. Now, please, in the previous video I mentioned, don't mix up rapport building and relationships. They are not the same thing. They are not the same. And I'm going to use this story to illustrate the difference between rapport building and relationship. Many times when we run training programs, we ask salespeople, we say, what does rapport mean? People say things like building relationship, and it's not true. It's not building relationship. You can have a relationship, you can see, have you seen when you have the relationship with someone? You were in a relationship with the person, but the person was not in a relationship with you. Have you seen that happen before? I'm sure you have. Please comment below if you've experienced that before. You were in a relationship with someone, but the person was not in a relationship with you, meaning that the person didn't value you the way you value them. Please comment below. And by the way, if you know this video is really blessing you, please share with others so that they can join us on this video. So, just because you're in a relationship you can have a relationship, but there's no rapport inside. But you can't have rapport and there is no relationship inside. So we need to be clear, they're not the same. But let me give you this story quickly. I was working in this organization and this particular client was handed over to me. One of my colleagues was managing his business. He was handed over to me and I was managing his books, helping him with his business, just ensuring that his business grows. I was a very dedicated relationship manager. I would actually go the extra mile. In fact, I used to have people walk up to me and tell me things like, I want to hire you, come and work with me. Just to show you how much I put myself into what I was doing. It got so small. My relationship with this man, remember, I thought I was in a relationship. My relationship with this man got so much that I got to his house. He introduced me to his wife and his kids. Sometimes I will go there, almost have lunch, but I intentionally don't eat in my clients' spaces. Ladies and gentlemen, I had moved to another organization. I went for the interview. During the interview, they asked me what I was going to bring in. I said, I had clients I was going to bring from my former organization here. I sold myself at the interview and I got the job. When I resumed this organization, I went back to meet this man and I said, sir, now that I'm in this other organization, I wanted to let you know that, we could do this for you for your business, because I understood his business and I wanted to bring him with me to this other organization. Guess what he said to me? He said, no need. I'm okay here. Don't worry. I wish you well. Bye. He didn't even see me off when I was leaving. Now, in this part of the world, Africa, Nigeria to be precise, it's courtesy. When somebody visits you, you will escort the person out, right? So he didn't even see me off. He just said, bye. I was so hurt. It was from that day I realized that when I came across Rapport building, I realized that I felt we were in a relationship, but we weren't. Why? Because there was no rapport. Rapport means finding common ground. Finding common ground based on similar interests, similar beliefs, and similar background. These three, or any of these two, or at least one of them, should be present. They should be present. And that's why when I tell people when I am engaging our clients, maybe I work for example, we do retainers in organizations where we help them work with their sales team to grow their sales, working with the salespeople. When I engage the salespeople and I ask, this man that you said you've got an offer from, maybe for a property, real estate, you've got an offer from this man. All right. Or you've given him an offer. Okay, tell me, what do you have rapport with him? But he says, yes, we have rapport. Okay, what's the basis of rapport? And he can't answer. They don't know the basis of rapport. So if I ask you, if you called me, if we had one-on-one coaching and you reached out to me and said, Yuri, I need you to coach me to guide me on my sales. And you say, okay, do you have a client you're trying to close? He said, yes, I have one I'm trying to close right now. And I'm okay, tell me, what's the basis of rapport in this relationship? And you can't answer that question. There's no rapport. There's no rapport. When I learned this concept, I had to revisit my relationships. And I realized that some people who I thought I was in a relationship with, they were not in a relationship with me. Because we couldn't clearly say what we both had in common. Similar interests, whether it's you like playing sports, not watching sports now, not the fanaticism, I mean the act of doing it. You like a certain kind of music, or you like a certain type of food. Similar interests, similar beliefs, not religious beliefs right now. Values you hold dear on certain issues, maybe like integrity. Similar background, where you grew up, your alumni, your states of origin, the language you speak, all those kind of things, they give you a strong leverage in a relationship. Now, to build rapport effectively, you need to ask questions. You need to make sure that you listen attentively. Now, listening is the key to rapport building. Listening is the key to rapport building. You don't build rapport by saying, wow, I noticed that this man is Igbo. Oh. You now throw in one Igbo word in the conversation, hoping that the man will say, are you Igbo? That's not how you build rapport, because that can be counterintuitive or counterproductive. You don't want to try to push something forward to the client to test if you both have something in common, because that could backfire. The client will feel you're trying too hard. What's the matter? You're really trying too hard to get so much attention. Or he could feel, I don't speak vernacular when I'm having professional meetings. Or it's not everybody, by the way, who is from a particular state that speaks the language, because of their background, how they grew up. And that's why you need to listen and take time to understand the person you're selling to. The more you understand the prospects, the faster and easier it is to build rapport. So, how do you listen to build rapport? Number one, you want to make sure that you have the right mental disposition. My intention is not to reply. I'm going to talk to you shortly about how to build lifetime value, how to create lifetime value, right? But the rapport is the path. Number one, or how to make a client a lifetime client. That's what I mean. Number one, make sure that your intention is not to reply. Your intention is to understand this person. Because the more you understand this person, the faster you can build rapport. Number two, You want to sit and face the person. That's if it's a physical meeting. If it's virtual, make sure the cameras are turned on so that you can see each other. You want to make sure that the person realizes that you're face to face with him or her. Number 3, you want to make sounds to show that you're listening. Wow. You want to also nod. Make eye contact. Number 4, ask questions for clarification so that you thoroughly understand what this person is saying. Number 5, make sure the person finishes. Try not to interrupt, except you want to get questions for clarification. Number 6, when the person is done talking, pause. Pause. Hold on. 3 to 5 seconds. After the pause, number 7, you paraphrase what he or she has said, then you reply. Within this period of these 7 steps, if the person says anything that you genuinely have in common, let the person know. Rapport would have built. Now, don't make a mistake of trying to lie or pretend like you have common interest in that area. Because remember, we're looking at lifetime clients. A lifetime client. This means that if this person is going to be a lifetime client and what you use to build rapport is not genuine to you, eventually it will come to light. It will come to light and it will show you. See, the moment in a relationship, once someone lies once, you will be suspicious about the person, every other thing the person has said, even the things that were true. So you don't want to fall into that trap. You want to be totally honest with the prospects by building rapport genuinely. Now, ladies and gentlemen, after you've built rapport like this, you are on your way now to building these lifetime clients. Now, when you sell real estate, one of the very easy strategies and steps to take to make someone a lifetime client is at the point when you're trying to sell, after building rapport, you want the person to understand that you are a family realtor or family real estate expert or family real estate agent. What do you mean by that? You want this person to understand that you are not just trying to, for most of your clients, you take charge of their family properties. What are you trying to do? Number 1, you're trying to bring in other people in their family who do real estate to join your portfolio. Number 2, you're trying to let the person understand that, hey, I can manage your portfolio for you. Now, will everybody agree for that? No. Some people will say, okay, thank you, I've heard. They like the information. Number 3, you're going to prove it now. So number 1, you build rapport. Number 2, let them know that you take charge of families' properties, right? Then number 3, I say you're going to prove it now. Number 1 is easy. Number 2, they may not agree. Some will agree, some may not. But when you prove it with number 3, they will finally agree. And how do you prove it? Very simple. All you need to do is make sure that whatever property or investment they buy with you, you keep tab with them on the updates and the progress on those projects. And from time to time, when you speak, use the word, for most of our other clients who manage our properties, we do these things. For most of our other clients who manage our properties, we do that. What are you trying to do? You're trying to sow a seed of thoughts in the prospect's mind that, hey, I don't just do this for you. I do this for other people as well. But the key thing you're going to be doing, like I said, number 3, is that you're going to be updating them on the progress of their properties. And there are some structures and systems you can put in place to make it very easy for you. You can decide that on the 1st of every month, you set a reminder. On the 1st of every month, you give them an update on their property or in their investments. And there's a way to present an update. And just so you know, this cuts across every industry. This concept cuts across every industry. I just decided to focus on real estate to make it straightforward and bring it home. And one of the ways you do that, ladies and gentlemen, just make them realize that, hey, you are giving them updates the right way. How you communicate it is, Mr. Prospect, thank you so much for this investment you got with us. Remember, you got with us, you bought remind him of what he got. See, some people think that because somebody bought a project or property from you, they will remember forever. They won't remember forever. And if they don't remember, it's a sign that they have a lot more money than you think. So you bring to their remembrance what exactly they bought with you. Remind them of where it was and how much it was, the value at that time, and let them know what the value is now. If the value is still the same or it just slightly increased, let them know that, oh, that's not a problem, because you're going to be watching this journey grow over the next few years. Now, sir, you also want to make sure that you remind them of how much it was every time, how much they got it every time you meet with them. Let me be clear. Let me say it again. The moment you meet your prospect to give them updates on their projects, to remind them of the kind of project they bought. Remind them of how much they bought it. Let them know the increase that has happened. If there's no increase, just tell them this is how much it is right now. But you're going to give them updates as the increase comes. When 3-4 months or a year passes and increase has happened, or it's just a slight increase from the previous month, remind them that, oh, remember how much you bought it then? Look at how much it is now. They would have seen a drastic increase and a drastic improvement. So keeping your clients updated like that builds that lifetime value. Now, another beautiful thing about this activity is the fact that because people who buy properties or buy investments will continue to buy, you'll be top of mind. It's an unconscious way of letting them know that you're the best person to do business with, keeping you top of mind in their minds, keeping you top of mind in their minds, yes, because that way people don't do business with you because you're good. They do business with you because they remember you, and this way they will remember you and want to give you referrals. And from time to time, ask for referrals, right? The moment you tell them, give them updates on their property, and you notice that, wow, you don't want to ask for referrals immediately. Now, nothing is stopping you, but I think it will be more likely if you want to look at it on a case-by-case basis. If for any reason the prospect was suspicious or not fully, or was not, you could tell that they were not 100% with you. You want to give it some time. Maybe after 3-4 months, or after a year, or after 5 months. I'm just saying, if you've seen when they've seen some progress in their investments, why not? Or a day you communicate to them and tell them how much growth has happened, or you give them an update and you notice that from their expression you can tell that I'm impressed that you can give me updates every month like this. Wow, you can tell that they're impressed. Then ask for the referrals. So 2 times you're going to ask for the referrals. You can ask three opportunities. You can ask immediately you sell to the person, which is not bad. The second opportunity, but look at you want to study the prospect to be able to know if you should take that step. The second opportunity you're going to use is the moment you give them updates on your projects and you realize that, wow, they're happy, they're excited about it, ask for a referral. The third opportunity is once there's growth on the project, ask for the referral. And how do you ask for the referral? Mr. Prospect, I'm sure you like what you've seen so far and you like how you're taking care of your properties. Oh yes, I love it. You're trying, you're doing well. All right, sir. I'd like you to give me 3 people who you know we can do the same for. I'll be glad. Can I just get their names and their numbers? Now, the right tone of voice, right facial expression, you'll realize that this process will give you more referrals and you'll be able to grow your business, get more people to buy real estate from you, and move this person from being a prospect to a client to becoming a lifetime client. Thank you so much for watching. Today's my birthday. You can wish me a happy birthday in the comment section. I'll be so glad to hear from you. Please remember to like this video. Please remember to share with others. If you haven't subscribed, remember to click the subscribe button. I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Please watch the next video here. It will be a tremendous blessing to you.